Hello everyone, welcome back to Unfiltered Voices. Today it's just me and Shannon. We have a few things to talk about regarding certain things that have happened this week that have been a bit weird, and mum life.
Hello, guys. I hope your week is going better than mine. How's your week been, Beck, first?
Weird.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to explain it.
Yeah, I feel like we've just been trying to get back to some kind of normality after all the drama, and we've just had these strange things happen to us. Not the normal, like, trolling that you would expect, but yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
I'll speak about my week first. We'll get that out the way because that's not Bex related. So my children have both started a new school this week. A different school, so one goes to one school, one goes to the other. Um, Evie, my youngest, has been okay. She is not settling in as well as I'd hoped. She's struggling with friendships, but I kind of expected that, so I'm not that worried. Leo, my 11-year-old, has completely decided now that he's 11, he doesn't need me anymore, and he can walk and ride to school on his own, and he really can't. I've had this discussion with you, haven't I, Beck? Like, he is so... Obviously, he is diagnosed autistic, and I think that's got a lot to do with it, bless him. And I know it's hard because he can see all of his friends doing stuff, but it's been a really challenging week regarding mum life because I'm trying to do something for the first time that I've never done, which is letting go of my firstborn a little bit. But at the same time, obviously, with his safety being my priority, and he's just not mentally there to be able to ride and judge the roads by himself, which has been really hard for him to navigate.
Yeah, I remember when Jackson started secondary school, and I was so worried about him walking on his own to school because he didn't really know the route. We did kind of take him so he could get used to it, but I still remember like the first time he walked to school on his own, like I was so anxious. But yeah, like he was fine, he was completely fine, but the difference is with Jackson, he doesn't have like any disabilities, so I think it was a lot easier for me.
I think as well, as I've told Becky, obviously she knows where I live, she's been here a couple of times, but right next to my house is a 60-mile-an-hour bypass with no fencing around it whatsoever. They've also decided to put a children's football area with some goalposts. The council have done this next to the bypass with bushes that thin that you can see straight through them onto the bypass. So that worries me because to get to school, he has to go across that bypass with no crossings. And it's just, yeah, it's just such a worry. But we'll get in there, and it is the first week, and I'm hoping next week things will kind of normal out and we'll find some kind of mutual ground with Leo because he really is testing the waters at the moment. And I do get where his anger's coming from, but at the same time, I can't just do what he wants me to do because he is only 11, you know?
It is hard. My daughter Darcy, who she's 14, doesn't really go out a lot. She is suspected autistic. She very rarely leaves the house, but just recently she started going to the shop on her own, and the shop isn't far from her house at all. It's about 2 minutes away. But I get so anxious when she goes, it's horrible. So I do get like the anxiety part of it when they leave home, and you want to make sure that they're safe and that. But I feel like it's just letting them do things at their own pace. And obviously, like Leo wants to start walking to school on his own, but he's just he's got to prove to you, I suppose, that he's aware of his surroundings and that. And I think that's something that you said you was massively anxious about.
Yeah, I mean, I've asked him a few simple questions this week, like, would you look at a busy road? And he says, and this is his autism, bless him, he says, no, I don't need to look. I can hear the cars if they're coming with my ears. And I mean, we all know that is not necessarily the case. Like, you know, there's electric cars, there's cars that just come out of nowhere. And also, do you know what worries me? The speed some of the children on this estate and adults go on electric scooters. Like, they could do just as much damage as a fucking car sometimes. So yeah, he needs to be. I need to trust him. Do you know what I mean? And we will get there. I'm not holding him back. It's just his safety. You know, I'd rather feel guilty for being a bit overprotective than feeling guilty for not being responsible and something really bad happening to him. So yeah, that's where we're kind of at. But this week, right, coming from somebody who's normally awake till like 3, 4 a.m., I have been asleep till 8:30 every single day this week, bar one, where I made it till 9:15. To the point where Becky's been sending out helicopters. She's that concerned about where I've disappeared to.
Yeah, it's not like you. You just fucking disappeared. And I was like, what the fuck? Are you ignoring me? Are you fucking alive? Like, what's going on at this point? Because I just didn't hear nothing from you until the next day, and I woke up and you was like, I just fell asleep.
I would never ignore you.
I know. It was just me being a bit, I was worried.
Yeah, but I know, but you have reason to, obviously, because of the past and stuff. But I'm so tired. And when I sleep, I'm like, fucking get me in there, because I don't have to worry about anything when I'm asleep. Just everyone's sleeping. It's just peace. That's what I'm trying to find at the moment. Because another thing as well, like, Beck, how full has my house been all week?
Yeah,
He's making friends, and I love that, and I'm that type of mum. Like, I don't mind. I'll have a house full, but now I'm just a bit like, oh my god, you know, like, because obviously if you've got children around, like, I want to make sure they're fed and stuff as well. You know, it's so yeah, it's just been one of the weeks. But they go tomorrow to their grandparents until Sunday, and that is very much needed.
yeah. There was a few times this week where you was like, my house is full. I just feel a bit overwhelmed.
Yeah, would you not like? And I think that's maybe why Evie's feeling a little bit on the back foot, because she hasn't made them friendships yet, which is fine. But Leo's got all of his friends around, and I think she's trying to get involved in that. But she's 6, they're 11, 12, and you know, she's not cool. And Leo doesn't think it's cool to have his little sister playing. And I get that. It's literally just playing referee at the moment. And yeah, Leo has got quite angry with me a couple of times this week because he hasn't been able to get what he wants by walking to school. But yeah, we're with some common ground. We're finding some common ground, and hopefully that continues.
Yeah, I think it's like it is only their first week, and I just feel like they are adjusting still. You're still adjusting. I feel like I don't know, maybe next week will be a lot easier for you.
So it's yawning. Excuse me. Yeah, I hope so. And we're going out exploring this weekend, which I absolutely need. I need that so much. Just not worry about the bloody roads and bikes and scooters and shit. Like, that's all that's been going through my head this week. So yeah, that'll be so good to get out. And it just feels like this week, I think it's only for me because obviously it's been their first week at a new school, but God, it feels like it's been a month. This week has just dragged.
Yeah, you said that to me this morning. It was like you said about how long the week had felt, or it was yesterday actually, I think. And yeah, I was like, to me personally, I feel like it's gone very quick, but I feel like we both had completely different weeks with regards to what's going on in our lives.
Yeah, and I think something that's been recognised as well by them people close to me and myself, I recognise it as well, is my mental health's been really all over the place this week, and I think it is due to stress because I'm so stressed. Why are you laughing?
Because it had like
If only we could say some. I'm not going to, and I don't give you permission to either, but I am an absolute head case. There's a thing on TikTok at the moment, and it's from, I don't know, it's something like she belongs in a nut house, she does. And I take that label this week because I fucking do. I'm not alright.
I just say you've had a stressful week, and yeah, it's shown in your mental health.
No, it has. Like, Becky said to me this morning, and she was like, "Remember when you said this yesterday?" And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yes, in front of Ricky and Mads, like her daughter." And I'm like, "Did I?" That's what I mean. Like, I just don't remember saying these things. So I'm just all over the place. But yeah,
I
there we
mean,
go.
we laugh about it because it, like, between us, it is quite funny. But I mean, it's, in a way, it's not, because it has affected you massively this week.
It has. And I mean, even like earlier in the week, I've done it twice this week now. And unfortunately, well, actually, I'm not going to say that. I've done it twice this week now. I was just sending Becky a voice note, and I think we weren't bantering. She said something, and I was like, "No, it's not, you fat cunt." Sorry for the really awful language, but it just comes out. That's what I mean. Like, my brain's just not working.
I mean, I'm not easily offended, so I just laugh it off. I actually think it's hilarious.
I think it's hilarious. I see the voice note go to saved, and I just know within seconds it's going to be posted on the story, and I'm like, "Oh god!" But no,
I
it's
mean,
yeah, it's nearly over now. And once again, Becky, all of them. It's not just Beck. It's all of you lot. You all get me through it, and you're always there on the end of the phone when I need to just cry, scream, or rant about something. But yeah,
yeah.
there's positives to it. Like, Leo's made some good friends, and that's something he struggled with in the past. So that's great. But yeah, it's all just moving a bit quickly.
Yeah, and like I said, I just feel like you need just a bit, like, a bit more routine, because like, for you it's completely different. This isn't your usual routine, what you do with the kids. And yeah, I feel like once you're all a bit more settled, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I do too. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
What?
I said, yeah, you'll be fine.
Sorry, I muted and coughed. Yeah, we will be fine. We will be. And yeah, time will be great in this. As time goes on, we will find a bit of normal. So yeah, that's the boring bit out of the way anyway.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about us, like, this weekend going out, because I feel like it's going to be a really positive thing for both of us.
Yeah, so we're meeting at a location, not a specific location, we're meeting in an area.
Mm.
And we're going to go do some really good explores. And we haven't seen each other since
February.
a while. Yeah, a while. So I'm really looking forward to that. And it's my first time properly going out exploring since everything happened with the police and stuff. So it'll be really good. I really need it. And I think we're going to stay out as well, aren't we?
We are, yes. We have found a couple of hotels potentials to stay in. We're just working out what one's better. So yeah, just need to get the hotel booked, and then we're all sorted. We're good to go. We've got some good locations. I'm really looking forward to it. And like, I feel like the last time we properly explored and done a few things was when we went to Eastbourne, weren't it?
Yeah,
And
because
that
we did see each other a couple of times after that, but it was for a Pacific location that was tricky.
yeah. So
So I
yeah,
need to.
but we have got some good things planned. I'm looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to it. It'll be nice.
It will be, and we've never actually had like a sleepover as such.
I
So
know.
I'll be in the room next door to them and knocking on walls and shit, letting them know that I'm there, reaching out for comfort. So yeah, they've I'm sure Ricky's can't wait.
So excited.
I bet, yeah, I can imagine.
We've already planned our weekend anyway, so yeah, it'll be fun. We're gonna make some cute little videos.
Yeah, I was just about to say we are going to go like we're going exploring, but we're going to do a couple of other bits as well. So
Yeah, it's gonna
you
be
know,
funny.
hopefully get some good food. Yeah.
Good food is me with just my McDonald's quarter pounder meal without the burger. Just the bun
I'm
and the
not going.
cheese.
I'm not going. I'm not going there. I'm not going to McDonald's with you. I just still can't get over it. I can't. There's just no right. It's nothing right about it in my head. But yeah.
I just don't like the meat. I'm just,
Okay.
I'm just a chicken girl.
I feel like Stu's taken the brunt of my mental health as well this week.
Yeah, he has. He definitely has. Because he said to us, I mean, we were both a bit fucking on one the other day, and he was like, "You two ain't normal."
The reason I just brought Stu up when we were talking about food, because that was complete. This was what I mean with my mind, right? But I said that for a reason, because you said something like, "I just don't like the meat," and I just knew if this has been said in like a group chat between me, you, and Stu, he'd come back with something around that.
Yeah, he would. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I suddenly thought of him. But yeah, I think he's been a bit disturbed. He's gone quiet actually. I hope he's okay. He's not been too drastically affected by this week's shenanigans.
He's traumatized.
He probably is.
He sees some ball sacks, and yeah, since then he's just gone quiet.
Literally, I know that wasn't the last bit, was it? And then I took my meds and felt really woozy from them and started singing down the phone, but it wasn't normal singing. I was really going for it. So yeah, I think he had enough. Yeah, to be fair, we haven't heard from him since. So
He's probably just muted it.
yeah,
He just can't be asked anymore.
no, we can't. But yeah, um, right. So yeah, this weekend. Sorry, the cat just sank on the floor. I thought it was something important, but it's not. So we're going out this weekend.
Yeah.
We are staying over the night, which is fun. Hoping to go to the beach. Although it's been such nice weather this week, I did just check the forecast. It's supposed to rain back.
I know, I did see it. I did see it. I don't care. I like the rain. I will literally go and lay on a beach in the rain.
Same. I would probably have a dip in the rain as well. I can imagine that would be really refreshing, like a reset. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, probably. I honestly, if I get in cold water, right, literally, I can't breathe. I will be in that water like because I can't. I don't know if you've ever seen Risky Reg when he goes in cold water and how he reacts to it, but I do exactly the same.
But it's supposed to be really good for you.
It is.
Yeah.
Like I speak
It
to
takes
someone
the
on
breath away, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I speak to someone on TikTok who does this cold water therapy for his mental health, and he fucking loves it, and he always says about how like refreshing it is and how well it makes him feel after. And I would love to do it, but I honestly would be in that water for about 30 seconds and have to get out because I literally can't breathe.
Yeah. No, I have done it a few times. I did it when I went to Centre Parks. They had like a cold water, like small thing where you just dip yourself in and out. But yeah, it does take your breath away. I think that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about forcing your body to control your breathing. That's
Yeah.
why people. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's just all about like control, and sometimes I don't have great control over anything. So
no, I've got very little control over anything at all at the moment. So maybe I do need to go and shove myself in a cold bath of water.
I mean, we could try in the sea and see how we get on, but I don't know
Yeah.
how well that's going to end up.
We shall see.
Yeah, it's going to be a funny weekend anyway. But this will be going out on Sunday after we've already been and probably on our way home.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sure you would have all seen what's been occurring and what shit has been put up on our stories. So yeah, I am looking forward to it. I really am. I am counting down the hours until tomorrow, just so I could be child free. This is the third yawn of the podcast. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she's just at it again. See, like literally, you
You had
can't.
a shitty, you had a shitty podcast one day because there was people drilling outside your house or something. So let me have a shitty podcast because I'm tired.
Yeah, that I named that one Away with the Fairies because literally I had so many distractions going on, and you know better than anyone, the most simplest thing can distract me, and then I'm gone.
I know. I said to her the other day, "Oh my goodness, I just watched this." It was the taking down of Ruby Frank, so it's like a 3-part documentary. It's not that long. I'd say it's about an hour and a half all in all, maybe 2 hours. And I'm like, you should watch it. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, actually don't. She went, why? I said, because you won't, will you, Beck? I said, someone will text you, or there'll be a noise, or you get hungry, or someone will say something, or you'll just look on eBay quickly or something. I said, you won't watch it, will you? And she's like, no, probably not.
But I did watch it and I really enjoyed it.
You did, and you rang me and you were like, you're going to be really proud.
I had the odd distraction. Like, Mads did come in my room at one point and she went, Mum, I thought Shanna told you not to go on your phone.
Did she?
Yeah.
I love that. So I did. I said, put your phone away and watch it. Don't watch it with your phone on your lap. That was clearly asking a bit much. But I'm glad you watched it. I want to watch Adolescence on Netflix. It's supposed to be really, really good.
That's what you told me about yesterday, isn't it?
Yes. So not 100% sure what it's about, but it's very popular at the moment. And that's what I mean. Like, I've been thinking to myself all week, right, get the kids in bed. I'm going to sit downstairs and watch this and enjoy it. I haven't even got to that point. I'm asleep. I lay down with Evie and I'm asleep.
Yeah.
But hopefully tonight I can watch a bit of TV because I just want to do something
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, even if not tonight, like tomorrow night, even just like sit down and just unwind a little bit.
Oh, I will be for sure. Yeah.
I can just imagine you sat there with like a nice hot chocolate with whipped cream on and marshmallows, just watching something on TV.
After this week, it's gonna have to be a vodka or something, and that's coming from someone who never drinks. I don't drink, and I need it. I need something.
To be fair, I don't blame
Honestly,
you.
no. So even I sent her a nice video this morning of Evie being pushed around on her bike by a friend, and then all of a sudden it pans to Leo, and he's climbing a completely vertical track trying to ride up it. It's like it's just not gonna. It's a wall. It's pretty much a wall, and he's trying to ride up it. It's just this child, man. It's just that's what I mean. What part of his brain thought, oh yeah, I can get up there? I don't know.
But to me, you send me this stuff and it just makes me laugh. Like, I know for you it's stressful, but for me it's hilarious.
No, because it's me as well. Like Leo. Honestly, bless him. Bless him. Shall we? I feel like you're going to be better at explaining this because it's such a fucking weird situation. But should we speak about what happened to our Snapchat?
Yes. Okay, so we appear to have had someone trolling us. And it's not the usual way of doing things. It's really not. So we were sat here 2 days ago, I think, and my friend sent me a message and said, someone is trying to get hold of you, but they've come through me. And she was like, I don't understand why they've come through me because, why would they? I don't really speak to this girl often. She's a very busy mum. She's got disabled children. So yeah, we just don't get the time really to talk. But we did have a conversation on the phone for about an hour, and we kind of caught up with things. But yeah, she had an account message her anonymously under a completely fake name, wanting to get hold of me. And when she questioned how this account had found her Snapchat, apparently it was visible on like her Facebook somewhere. So I had to get someone else to go on her Facebook to see if any of that was visible that's not a friend. And it's not. So we worked it out that whoever this is that's on her Facebook is a friend, because it's only friends that can see that information. So anyway, I eventually added this person on Snapchat, and they were saying like they had some ideas for certain things with regards to other explorers and taking them down. And I say that with quotation marks. So yeah, I then said, well, I'm going to add Shannon in because, I feel like it's relevant to Shannon. So we was both in the group chat, and this person just didn't make sense. Now they've, shall I say the name, like the account that they was going under?
Yeah.
Because it's very odd. Let me just get it up. So they was going under the name of Hannah Marie.
But they openly admitted that that was not who they were. They were like, "This is not who I am. Like, I want to stay anonymous."
Yeah, because
And we were okay.
they were claiming that they were here to help us, and we was like, but we don't need help with nothing. Like, I feel like what we was discussing was already dealt with. That was it.
Yeah, and we said that to the person. We were like, "We don't want to carry it on," and they were like, "No, but no, we can," and like we were. It's just weird.
Yeah, and
But
they were.
carry on.
Yeah, they were. They're just on some. I can't even explain what the motive is behind this, because it's confusing.
And we don't even know what the motive is. This is what I mean. Like,
yeah, it, like, none of this made sense to us, and we was just confused, and we was like, what the fuck is going on here? We kept saying to them, like, I can understand that you want to keep who you are anonymous, but you've seen clearly, like, previously, we stick to our word, and that's what we do. We don't snake people out. But they refused to show us who they were, to give us their real name. Like, they gave us nothing. So to me and Shannon, we was like, well, like, we don't really want to be communicating with someone where we don't actually know who you are. Like, it's weird, it's a bit creepy.
yeah.
But yeah, they kept coming to us with certain things and going like, I've helped you out. Sorry, pardon me, that was a burp. I've helped you out, so can you do me a favour and help me out? I've got issues with so and so. Can you please tell them to message this account? And I was like, no, like, you've helped me out with nothing because we didn't ask for your help. So yeah, it's just a very, very weird situation, and I feel like something similar happened to someone I have on Facebook. She put a post up yesterday and said, I've had this person message me, wasn't the same name, but it was very, very similar, and I sent it straight over to Shannon, and I think Shannon agreed, didn't you, that it just comes across like maybe the same person?
Yeah, because this person kept going on as well about like hacking and scamming, and oh, if you really hate someone, you'll get their accounts taken down for good. And we were like, no, like, we're really not interested in that. And
Yeah.
they were like, well, you can't hate that person as much as I do then. And we were like, right. It was all really weird. And then they kept mentioning like the police, and yeah,
Yeah, they were. It was almost like whoever is behind that account was trying to get us to do things that they knew, and they said actually at one point about the police involvement. Like, it's most definitely going to get the police involved on our part, and like, we was like, but we don't want that. Like, I don't want any police involvement. I'm not going to go down some route that's going to get me arrested. And that's what would have happened. It would, because it would have come under the revenge porn, I think, when it's Shannon.
yeah.
So, but like, I'm not going down that route, because it's weird. So, I don't know. It almost come across like they was trying to spur us on to do things that knew we would get into trouble for. But
Yeah, at one point we even thought it was like. At one point we even thought like it was the person we spoke about a lot recently, but we don't think that is the case now. But it was that weird. We were just like, what? And then after, what is that banging?
that is outside my house.
Oh, okay. And then after yesterday, bearing in mind my Snap is very private. Like, I can guarantee you, no one listening has me on Snap. I don't post on there. Like, I rarely use it. I just use it for very few people. And I looked at my phone after dinner, and I had about 27 friend requests on Snap, like ad requests. So, and like, straight away messaged you, didn't I? Screenshotted it to you, and I was like, what? So I added a few of them, and I was like, who is this? And they all said to me the same thing. They were like, you're on this Add Me Snap account. And I was like, okay, well, I've never put myself on one. I didn't even know this site existed. And still to this morning, like, I'm just getting like request after request after request. It's just odd. So somebody has obviously put me on this Add Me Snap website. And yeah, it's just all very weird that this person, this Hannah, who was trying to pull the wool over our eyes, clearly. Because we haven't even gone into it properly, Beck, have we? Because then I had the messages on TikTok,
Yeah.
on Insta.
I had that same person, by the way, follow me. So the person that, so on Instagram where you had that person message you, that same person followed me, but also I had a friend request on Snapchat from the person that we have spoke about a lot recently, and it most definitely has come from this Hannah. They are on some massive mission to cause a riot.
Yeah, and it's just really, really odd.
Yeah, and again, I only have on my Snapchat my children and very, very close friends. That's it. I don't give out my Snapchat openly to every Tom, Dick and Harry because let's be honest, I'm nearly 40. Like, I'm not about having so many people on Snapchat to talk to, because if you want to talk to me, do it on my other social medias. So yeah, to get that friend request come through was a bit weird, and it's definitely come from this Hannah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we still don't know the motivation behind it, because just what were they trying to achieve? That's what we're trying to understand, and it's difficult because it's such a weird situation.
Yeah, it's just not very normal. I have got photos of everything that was said. So yeah, I mean, not that I'm going to post them, because it is discussing other things that we said that we was just going to put to bed now. Like, that's it. So yeah, I can't really post them for that reason. But someone is out there to cause shit at the moment. I don't know what the motive is behind it, but they are going under fake accounts. So if anyone does happen to have anything from just weird random accounts that are clearly using an Android, because that's a device that screenshots come off, not that that's really relevant, but I mean, maybe it could be, because this other person yesterday that posted, it was also an Android, so I feel like it could be the same person.
Yeah, I do too. I've just got that feeling.
I find it very, very odd that who's got enough time to sit there, make up a fake account, to go to someone, go to my friend who I don't really speak to that often, to say, I'm trying to get hold of Becky Starr, can you please tell them to message me? Why not come to me direct? Like, if you're going to make if you're going to make a fake Snapchat, make a fake Facebook and message me directly on Facebook, because obviously they didn't have my Snapchat details. I massively regret now adding this person on Snapchat. I should have said, tell them to make a fake Facebook and I will speak on there, but you know, I'm a little bit dense sometimes, so that's my bad, really. But yeah, it's not normal. It is a bit fucking creepy. We have been trying to rack our brains who it could be, because it's almost like we kept saying on our part, it's dead and buried. Like, I don't want to discuss this anymore. It's not relevant. We've had our say and we just want to leave it there. But we said, you know, if anything arises in the future, then we have stuff just to outright post on social media, and we do. And I feel like this person behind that account knew that that was our intention, so have then tried to make out certain things as if it's said person, to make us then just post what we have.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm going to turn that off now. I didn't realise that was on loud. Yeah, and yeah, really strange. And we've discussed it with a couple of close friends as well, and they've even been just as baffled. So, yeah, what this person's intention was, or were, or are, I don't know.
It's just fucking weird, and if anything, it's just made me feel a bit uneasy.
Yeah, because it's not the normal way of trolling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like I sat there and said, if you come to me in your real account as a real person, then I might speak to you on a different level, but I wasn't communicating with someone that was just under a complete fake account. I'm not doing it. And then yesterday, this person left the group chat that we was in on Snapchat, and then all of a sudden Shannon was getting these messages sent to her, no, not messages, sorry, the requests on Snapchat just sent to her constantly. She was showing me. It's just weird.
Yeah.
I mean, as of yet, I've had nothing. I've had absolutely nothing.
I mean, it's not exactly. I mean, I've deleted all these requests because I don't know who the fuck these people are. Like, but yeah, it's just really odd. And again, like, what was their motive with that? Because it's not exactly hurting my reputation, or I don't know. I don't know how to put it. I don't know.
It's almost like because we refused any involvement with their plans, they got their back up, and then because they had nothing to really like piss us off with, they just posted your snap on wherever they've posted it for people to add you, just maybe assuming that that's going to piss you off. And I fully expected to have the same thing, but I haven't. You what?
Well, that's what I was just going to say. Why have you not had it?
Yeah, it's weird. I have had nothing apart from the friend request on Snapchat from the person that I said about previously. Yeah, I've had nothing. I've had absolutely nothing. I've had no requests on Instagram, but then again, my Instagram is very private. So not many people can message us on Instagram, which is a good thing. Again, same with Facebook. I just can't be arsed with the fucking drama. And whoever this is behind this account is fucking odd.
Yeah, because the way they were like about hacking and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I was fucking sat here and they were like, oh, I've just gained access to so-and-so's account. And then like 5 minutes later, it was like, oh, they've gained access back. That's annoying.
Yeah, well, can we just say that we know that wasn't the case? That they didn't do that?
Yeah, that didn't happen. So I said, I'm going to ask someone that speaks to this person if you've done that. And they said, well, go ahead. You don't want my help anyway. We've got 2 different routes we want to go down here. Basically saying that me and Shannon were being pussies, I think, in a roundabout way. That's what they were saying. Yeah. Because we didn't want police involvement. And it's like we were both saying, but we've got kids. Like, I'm not prepared to go down that route of, like, revenge porn and... like police involvement, like harassment, things like that, because it's not normal.
Yeah.
So whoever this person is, I'm going to say it now, they're a fucking dangerous person because they have some kind of motive. We just don't know what it is.
Yeah. And like I said, the whole like I have capabilities to hack anyone's account and get them removed for good. Like I felt like they were kind of like trying to indirectly threaten us. Like I don't know, it was just weird.
Yeah.
I personally don't think it was anything to do with the person that we've done a pod about. Like I feel like she would not know anything about this. I really do.
Yeah.
Because this was just out of the blue.
I do truly believe that it is someone that doesn't like that person and don't want to. Go on.
I feel like they want us to do the dirty work for them because they were giving us information,
a lot of information.
Yeah, and we're like, go and do what you want with this. Like, we don't want to do nothing else with it. We have information that could ruin their relationships, family relationships, personal relationships, social media reputations. Do you know what I mean? Like, we have the proof. You can't get more like evidence than photos of certain people doing things with other people. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's be honest. And we were just like, yeah, we don't want to use it. Like at this moment in time, it's put to bed. We said we're putting it to bed, and they were like, yeah, but go. You should use it. If you hate it that much, you'll use it again. And we were like, no, hun.
Yeah, and I think at one point I said, like, why don't you just do this on your own? You don't need our help. You're clearly getting the information that you need or want us to use. Go and do it yourself. But they won't.
Yeah. And I even said, sorry. I was like, look, I would feel a lot more comfortable speaking to you if we knew who you were. And she was like, all I can tell you is that I'm female. I don't actually believe that either, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, they're only going to be male or female. We don't know, we don't know the gender, we don't know nothing about them. So them sitting there saying, but, we are female, blah, 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 it makes no difference. Like, it's still fucking creepy. I don't care. Like, that's not a normal way of doing things.
No.
And this is what winds me up, and I've said this so many times, like with me, if anyone ever got anything from a fake account claiming that it was me, you never have to worry that that's me, because I won't do it in a fake account. If I have an issue with anyone, I will go to you direct in my own name.
Yeah, and that's the same for me as well. Hence why people, like, even you at one point were like, Shannon, you're saying too much online, like you're gonna get yourself into trouble. But I am that type of person. Like, really, if I have something to say, I will say it 100%, whether that's gonna upset you or not.
Yeah.
And that can be seen as a negative and a positive.
I
But
I only see it as a positive, because I'm not being funny. The best way to be is outspoken and say what you're fucking feeling.
yeah,
So
and I do, and I feel like I would never go behind a fake account. And I always go by the saying, if you wouldn't say what you're saying to this person's face, don't say it to anyone else, because chances are you'll be pulled up on it, and they'll find out about it, and you're going to have to say it to their face or lie. And
yeah.
do you know what I mean? So nothing I say about anyone is something I wouldn't say to their face. But clearly this woman, man, whatever they are,
I
has...
was just getting vibes that it was a bloke. I really was. And you know,
I'm 50-50.
I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like this person, and that's obvious with the amount of people that have come to us, but I don't know. It's all very fucking weird, and it just left us both a bit like, what the fuck?
I feel like they thought coming to us, we would jump and latch onto them, and we'd really need them, and we'd be like, yes, like, thank you. But when we were like, yeah, no thanks.
They didn't get what they wanted, so
Yeah.
they then got pissed off at us for not kind of falling into whatever their plan was. But yeah,
And then they tried to impress us and go that step further by, well, I can hack their account and get it removed. And we were like, no. Luckily, Beck took screenshots of all of this, because I don't doubt, like, somewhere along the line it will probably come up, because you just never know, do you? But
yeah.
yeah, it was just odd behaviour, really odd. Not your standard, like, you're an ugly cow. I'd rather we did have that, because, like, that's more straightforward to deal with than somebody who's claiming to be an international hacker. Like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, as of yet, I can hand on heart say that my accounts are safe. I haven't been fucking hacked, and this person is probably just chatting shit. I mean, they were when they said that, oh, I've gained access to so-and-so's account. Oh, fuck, they took it back. Like, no, you didn't. Stop lying.
Yeah.
I don't know. It don't sit well with me, and if anything, it pisses me off. Come to me in a real account.
Well, we were really honest with them, weren't we, in the end? And we were both like, this is really weird. Can you go away, please? In pretty much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think I said, I'm out. And they were like, fine, Shannon, if you want to be out, be out. And I was like, yeah, I'm out. This is really odd. I'm not here for this.
yeah. And I sat there and I messaged you, like, on your own, and I said, I'm just going to sit here for a little bit to see if I can work this out, like, who's behind this account. We still don't know. And then, yeah, in the end, after I got pissed off of it, I just said, listen, I don't want nothing more to do with this. Do it on your own.
Yeah.
And then they just left the group chat. So that's how it's been left. Like, this person has removed me. The person that was so desperate to try and contact me then removed me. And yeah, I don't know, maybe they've gone on to someone else. Well, they have, I think, gone on to somebody else, and it's probably going to continue to just keep going on to other people, because it was like yesterday with this other person, it was like, oh, I'm having problems with this person, and they've told me that if I don't message you, I'm going to get shit for it, blah blah blah. Doesn't add up. It's odd.
Oh, and then didn't this Hannah person say, actually, was it her that said this to you? There's another Rebecca that I've got a problem with that I want to speak to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then said to me, can you please pass them my details on? I said, absolutely not. Like, I'm not doing it. I said, I'm not getting it. You can see the drama that I've had lately. I'm not getting involved in any other drama. I'm done with it. Like, go do it yourself.
And this person this like explorer is not somebody who's ever involved in drama, ever.
She's
Not
not.
once. Not once have I seen her name come up, like, ever, in a bad way.
No, and people only ever speak of her like in really positive ways, and I don't see this person ever being involved in drama. And what they said was, this person got rude to me when I said something about their friend. Well, go to them directly then.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, their socials are very much open. Go and message them on the account that you're messaging us on. Why do we need to go to them? It's all really weird. I just feel like there's got to be like some connection between all of this, and I don't know. We just didn't play into the hands of it, and yeah, weird, mind blowing.
It is. I mean, I've not yet told the person that they wanted me to contact on their behalf what is going on, and I don't want to. I'm not going to, because it's not relevant. If I see something posted where they're a bit like, this is a bit weird, then I'll get involved. But for the time being, I'm not doing it. Like, I just can't be bothered.
No, absolutely not. Like we both said, we've had enough drama. As much as people think that's what we're about, it's not. And I'm taking a step back from it now. Like, someone could come to me and say to me, "Oh, so and so said this about you." Well, to be fair, it's going to go over my head at this point in time. Like, whether it's something I deal with in the future, but I'm just not. I'm done. I'm so done with it at the moment. Got bigger things going on, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like at the moment we have got plans on what we want to do, and I feel like that's just our focus now. Like, we want to go to places abroad. So yeah, that, like, this is what I'm focusing on more now. Like, I can't be arsed with the drama. Crack on. Please don't involve me in it.
And also, just want to say as well that we're both very aware there's people out there who are not going to like us, or don't like us, or don't like me, or don't like Becky. Like, no, we're not sat here thinking that everyone wants to be our friend. Like, but well, personally for me, I'm just not rising to it at this moment in time. Like, this year has brought great things and great opportunities, but it's also just brought a load of shit for me and Beck, really. Like, with people stabbing us in the back that we thought we could trust and stuff. And yeah, like, I think we've just got to turn an eye to it now and do what most people say and just literally ignore it, because, like I said, unless it involves the kids or something, like, say what you want about me. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's just getting boring now.
It is boring.
And there are people that don't like me and probably do listen to this, so hello.
Yeah, I hope you're well. Like, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, because couldn't be less phased. Really couldn't.
Yeah.
There's a couple of names that I could name that have been piping up on people's posts recently, and I just think, you silly, silly boys. Because just remember the like conversations we had when we were speaking and we were friends and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I just think people are silly, but I'm just not that bothered. I'm more bothered about teaching Leo how to get to school safely on his own, and booking our next trip abroad with you and Ricky. Hopefully doing something solo with me and you, and leaving Ricky at home.
Yes.
And yeah, it's just irrelevant. I think that's the best way to put it. Now we've had our say on stuff, and now anything else is irrelevant.
Yeah, I feel like people forget to realise that away from like what we do as a hobby, we are parents and we do have like a busy life.
Yeah. So there's been loads of times, like, especially with the recent drama, where my phone's been going off, 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 and it's important stuff. Like, someone said, like, this person said stuff about you, and like, you need to respond to it. And like, I'm making dinner for my kids. I'm not going to stop doing that just to rise to the drama. So that's what Becky means by, like, people forget.
Yeah.
We're not just sat here 24/7 on our phones watching for something to happen.
Yeah, and like, people coming to us, and if we don't respond to them, then they're like, well, you can't be that serious, because this is what I'm saying. Like, we are parents, we are busy, we do like have a life away from other things. So I think people need to take that into perspective sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, we are going to be coming up to the hour mark shortly, but I just wanted to touch upon something really, really quickly, because I know that you've got a few things to do. But that was people that bring up like other people's following and stuff.
Yeah.
And I just, I feel like you wanted to say a few things regarding that, and yeah.
Yes. So a lot of people, and not a lot of people actually, that's not correct. People have mentioned how irrelevant I am because of the amount of followers that I have recently. Now, to me, this is not a career. This is a hobby. I have my career that I want to evolve in and continue on when I'm ready. And followers to me, and Becky will back me up on this because obviously this girl knows me through and through. They don't matter to me, do they? Like, when do I ever come to you and be like, oh, I wish I had more followers?
You don't. You
I don't.
literally just like,
I
it
don't
doesn't phase
care.
you. It doesn't phase you at
No,
all.
and I don't think that someone should be irrelevant or not good enough to just say hi to just because they've not got that many followers. Like, it's not about that.
It's
Okay,
not.
I've not got that many followers, but I've been in enough bloody people's mouth who do have big following. Do you know what I mean? So it's clearly not about the numbers. And I just think personally that's a really shallow outlook on life and a bit of a cheap shot because so what? Like, you're not making millions. What is the whole numbers thing? Maybe it's just me that thinks that, but I just think it's so low and shallow. And personally, I know following means a lot to people, and they want to hit milestones and stuff, and I support people with that, and that's great. It's good to have targets to work towards. It is, but just for me personally, it ain't a big deal. So please don't think throwing my following into things is stabbing me and giving me a bit of a shot because it's not. It's not hitting me where it hurts because I couldn't give two shits how many followers I have.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at like our Facebook, we're on 12k, and I've kind of just given up with it a little bit at the moment. I wanted to take a little bit of a back seat with that. I'm posting on my personal more because I'm trying to grow that. So yeah, like the other social media accounts that I've got, I just can't be bothered with. I honestly can't. I've got like TikTok, I've got Instagram, obviously I've got Facebook. I just can't be asked to grow them.
Yeah.
I've got to a point where I'd rather just focus on my personal account for the time being, and yeah, just
And
continue
that's
with
been
that.
paying off. It's been doing really well, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Like, I mean, it helps when I've got a couple of videos that have hit like 1 million views, like over 1 million views. That's like massively helpful, and that's one thing I've learned about social media. You just need like one thing to get noticed, and then yeah, you start to get your following up. But again, for me, like followers and that isn't a massive thing, but I would prefer to just focus on one account, and that's my personal.
Yeah, and I completely get that.
I mean, the difference is for me, I am getting paid for like my page that I've got and my personal. So yeah, that's why I'm also trying to focus on my personal now, because I am getting paid for it and it seems to be doing all right at the moment.
Yeah, and I think if I was in a position where I ever started paid for it, I would probably care more about my following too. But you know, to me personally, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, so anyone that keeps bringing up Shannon's following, trying to think that it's going to upset her, like, it really don't phase her at all. It doesn't phase her. And I can honestly tell you right now, just because Shannon has a small following, that doesn't make her like the girl behind the account is what matters. And Shannon honestly is a lovely person, so you know.
Thanks, mate. It's really nice of you to say.
You don't hear it often.
No, I don't. But yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot because I have to go and pick up the little squad from
Yeah,
school. So please wish me luck.
good luck with that. I'm sure I'm going to hear all about it anyway.
Yeah, I'll let you know when we make it home alive.
Yes, please do. But yeah, we'll let you get off. But
Hopefully, we can get someone else on the pod next week.
I have got some ideas who I want on. I have, and I need. It's trying to plan it, but he's so fucking hard to organise things with. Stuart.
Yep.
So
She's
yeah.
always working so important, isn't it? No, it is. I'm joking. I know it is.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not just Stu on his own. There is a few other people that we want to try and get on with Stu. So it's trying to plan it all. But yeah, I'm going to see if we can make that happen for next weekend, because I think it'll be a good podcast. He's funny, so
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, we'll speak to you next week, and hopefully you've all had a good weekend. And next week's pod might just be full of mad stories from our weekend that we've had this week.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. So there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you everyone for coming over and listening. We do appreciate you. And yeah, we'll be back next week.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.